As you've seen in the news, tax laws may be changing. Have you thought about how many of the following might impact your tax, investments, or retirement strategy? So over the next few slides, we'll summarize some of the proposed changes. Of course, it's uncertain if some or any of these proposals will become law, but it's important to take a few minutes, look at some of the items that are being discussed, and think about how it might impact you. First up, let's take a look at some of the proposed tax law changes that may impact individuals. Please remember, it's uncertain that if any of these proposals will become law, but we want to take a few minutes and take a look at some of the concepts that are being discussed. So one of the proposals would raise the top marginal income tax rate, which is currently 37% and applies to taxpayers with taxable income of $523,600 and higher for a single filer, and $628,300 or higher for married couples filing jointly. Another proposal would create new tax credits for childcare, residential energy efficiency, disaster remediation, and other items. There's also been talk of raising the state local tax deduction and tax surcharge for those with an adjusted gross income of more than $5 million. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, it's uncertain if any of these proposals would become law. As always, we're working with professionals who are examining all aspects of the proposals so we can be ready if there's a change. Also, keep in mind, long-term capital gains, estate and gift taxes, and inherited assets also are being discussed as part of a tax law change. You may have heard that some people are not waiting for the proposals to become law, they're acting now, even though it may be months before any action is taken. When bills are debated, especially bills of this size, it's a good time to take a quick civic refresher. Right now, the bill is in committee with both House of Representatives and the Senate. The committees are filling in the policy details and the exact financial figures, which can be a long process. It will then be up to the House and the Senate to vote on the identical versions of the final bill, assuming, of course, both can agree on the final version. Right now, though, it would be hasty to make any portfolio changes based on what's being discussed and debated. See, an ambitious investor would have to guess at what policies will be in the final bill. They have to estimate the final impact, and they have to determine what portfolio changes should be made. That is a tall order. So as difficult as it may be, the best approach, of course, is to wait and see. We work with professionals who are watching every twist and turn. If something starts to take shape, we will evaluate the impact. We also understand that some of you may have concerns about whether your taxes are going to change. If that is the case, please reach out. We would be happy to give you the help you need on this. Keep in mind, there are a variety of business tax laws that may be changing. Corporate tax rates may change. International tax rules may be updated. Stock buybacks may be taxed, and research and development costs could be amortized over a longer period. These are all under considerations by the legislator. If you own a business or have any interest in a business, it may be a good idea to take a look at some of these proposed changes to determine if they may affect you. One final image you'll see, there is discussion about changes to IRS enforcement and drug price controls. As you can see, there is a lot of ideas in the conversation. As they say, it's not over until it's over. All of the above may be subject to change until the bill is ratified, and in certain circumstances may even be changed after the fact. Now, I'm sure many of you still have lingering questions. So remember, if you're wondering something, it's more than likely that someone else is too. So let me know how we can help and send in your questions. And by the way, if you want more information, we have a webinar on tax planning and retirement. And the link, by the way, is in the description. Many aspects of retirement will affect your tax bill in ways different than your working years. Our tax system is confusing, and it treats various income types differently and contains hidden taxes and penalties. This webinar will discuss key tax issues you will need to anticipate. See you in the next video.